Hey everyone, Neduism here. Episode 11 of Sailor Moon Crystal came out this morning. It's called Reunion Endymion. Um, and this episode was very lackluster. I'm not the only one who thinks so. There's tons of reviews on YouTube already that exclaim such disdain for this episode, and I totally agree. I was hyped for it before it aired because I was just so hopeful that this episode would make me like the idea of brainwashing Mamoru, because that idea is so dated and 1990, just like the manga. Um, but I thought they would have a little bit of a twist to it, and sadly they did not. They followed the manga pretty accurately, which says a lot. But there are some good things about this episode. We got to learn a bit more about the Moon Kingdom and how it's turned to toxic stone, pretty much, along with the Holy Sword that Sailor Venus has. So that's pretty cool. We got to see a little bit more of civilian mode Senshi as well, with Ami's apartment and uh, Minako smashing the diamond ring with the sword and her freaking out, and that was really cool. We got to see a bit more of Luna and her feelings towards Usagi and how she's kind of let her down, and she wants to help her. She wants to be there as support. Um, a huge complaint for this episode that I've seen all over is the transformations. Totally unnecessary. We've seen 4 Senshi transform in this episode, and one of the reviewers I watched said it took literally 2 minutes and 30 seconds of full time for all 4 transformations. That is ridiculous. That's 2 minutes and 30 seconds we could have with extra dialogue, um, just extra conversation, just more character depth. That's what we need. We want more civilian talk. We want more Senshi conversations, which is ironic because that's what the 90s anime was full of, and we hated that filler. I didn't, but there are people who have hated it. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy. I Mamoru is a love-hate character for me in general, so this episode wasn't going to be like one of my favorites, but just seeing him be super creepy and super brainwashed and with red eyes, and it's just a bit too much, I'd say. A bit 90s. Usagi, though, she's had it rough. You gotta give her slack. She's been through so much. And one thing I really enjoyed was the new transformation music that she got during her Moon Prism Power transformation. It was such a sad song. You felt like the sadness and the grief that Usagi and maybe Princess Serenity was feeling of losing her love once again. It's just an endless cycle. I have high hopes for the next episode, though. Queen Metalia, or Mataria, as the beautiful Crystal translation has put it. But good news, we finally finished the second Kodansha manga. We're all caught up with this. Volume 3 is next. Begins with Metalia, and then Reincarnation, I believe. And then the end of the first arc is done. Super excited to see what they're going to do. Queen Beryl needs to go away. She's one of my favorite villains. She might be my favorite villain, but we'll talk about that in another video probably. But I'm just really excited for what's going to happen. This episode was my least favorite Sailor Moon Crystal episode. The animation wasn't even that great. I don't know. There was just moments that I could have been good with without, you know. But that's all for this week's review. I will see you guys in 2 weeks with hopefully a better episode. Bye.